In medical evacuation services, AI systems are starting to shape who gets considered, who gets compared, and who gets filtered out before the buyer ever reaches a website. The June 2026 benchmark shows a concentrated market. Two broad travel protection brands capture 83% of all AI recommendation value across the category, while many specialized evacuation providers are barely making it into recommended shortlists. Hey, I'm Mark Huntley, a growth strategist and AI discovery analyst. At LLM Authority Index, we study how AI systems shape commercial discovery, especially in high-intent categories where recommendation positioning can directly influence revenue. The most important pattern in this benchmark is recommendation concentration. TravelGuard leads the category with a 5.2% top 3 recommendation rate, an average rank of 2.5, and 25 rank 1 positions across the dataset. Allianz Travel follows as the strongest challenger, with particular strength in pricing and cost-related prompts. Together, TravelGuard and Allianz Travel account for the overwhelming majority of modeled AI recommendation value. That matters because AI systems are not simply naming companies, they are forming ranked shortlists. For a buyer asking which provider to trust, shortlist position is a commercial asset. The sharpest insight in this medical evacuation services benchmark is the gap between being visible and being recommended. Global Rescue is the most visible specialized evacuation provider. It appears in 5.6% of observations, but its valid recommendation coverage is only 1.1% and its top 3 rate is 0.6%. AirMed International is an even clearer warning sign. It appears in 1.6% of observations but receives 0 valid recommendations across all 1,064 observations. AI systems know the company exists. They reference it factually. They do not advance it as a recommended option. That gap is where many AI visibility reports become misleading. A brand can appear in AI answers and still fail in the buying moments that matter most. The benchmark breaks the category into 3 public high-intent clusters: consideration, evaluation, and decision. In the consideration cluster, buyers are asking for the best travel evacuation and emergency services. This is where initial shortlist formation happens, and TravelGuard has the strongest lead. In the evaluation cluster, buyers compare providers side by side. Global Rescue performs better here relative to its overall position, which suggests that its public evidence may support comparison more than direct recommendation. In the decision cluster, buyers ask about pricing and cost. Allianz Travel leads that cluster, ahead of Global Rescue and TravelGuard. That is important for executives. AI discovery is not one generic visibility score. Different prompts reflect different stages of buyer intent, and the commercial value of those prompts is very different. The report points to citation architecture as the likely reason recommendation power is concentrating. TravelGuard and Allianz Travel benefit from broad public evidence layers: official brand pages, comparison websites, review coverage, travel publications, and other third-party sources that AI systems can retrieve and corroborate. Specialized providers may have strong operational capabilities, but AI systems need public evidence they can verify. If the outside evidence layer is thin, inconsistent, or hard to connect, the brand may be mentioned as relevant without being recommended as a choice. This is the new competitive infrastructure in AI discovery. Review content, comparison articles, editorial coverage, community discussions, and structured brand information all influence whether a system has enough confidence to recommend a company. For specialized providers in medical evacuation services, the risk is not obscurity. The risk is being recognized but bypassed. 6 of the 10 tracked companies receive 0 valid recommendations. That includes brands with real-world market presence and operational capabilities. In AI-generated buyer journeys, those companies are functionally absent from the shortlist. One pattern we repeatedly see at LLM Authority Index is that brands can look visible while still losing the buying moments that matter most. Broad mentions, generic share of voice, and citation counts can all create a false sense of security. The commercial issue is recommendation control, whether the brand is selected when buyers ask AI for help deciding. The leadership takeaway is straightforward. AI discovery is turning public evidence into ranked buyer guidance. In medical evacuation services, the companies with the strongest citation architecture and recommendation signals are being placed in front of buyers first. The companies without those signals may still be known, but they are not being chosen by AI systems at the decision point. Executives should monitor recommendation position, prompt cluster performance, and source layer gaps, not just visibility. If you want to understand how AI is actually positioning your company in buyer conversations, that's exactly what we analyze at LLM Authority Index.